thank you for joining us today. My name is Melita. I'm a product marketing manager in Cisco Collaboration. Today I'm joined by Hardik Modi. He's a product manager and works on Cisco Webex Control Hub. Hardik, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We're excited to hear about some of the latest innovations on Cisco Webex Control Hub.
Great. Thanks, Melita, for having me.
Of course. So since we have a diverse audience on our live today, could you quickly start by sharing a brief overview on Control Hub's analytics and troubleshooting?
Sure. So Control Hub Analytics and Troubleshooting is a portal where IT admins can go in and look at their adoption, usage, quality metrics across all their Webex services. And I can show you a short demo to show what it does. Oops. Wrong screen. Okay. So in Control Hub, what you're seeing right now is the main screen for analytics. And over here, we show you statistics around meetings that people are having in your environment. You can see statistics for messaging, calling, care, devices. If you can go to any tab, take a look at over last 30 days, going back up to 13 months, what kind of activities are happening in your environment and what is the usage for each of those either devices, meeting locations. And overall, this is a dashboard. Along with this dashboard, we also have an ability to download CSV reports, which are detailed data sets giving you information about meetings, hosts, attendees, and Teams usage, like user activity or bots activity that happen in your environment. This is the analytics part. We also have troubleshooting, which is the more real-time capability for Control Hub. So an IT admin can come in here and look at what are the meetings going on. They can search for a specific meeting if they need to look at a meeting ID or a conference ID and be able to triage what was the issue when somebody was in the meeting and was having trouble either joining in or trying to talk to people.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for that. Could you share a little bit more about what analytics do IT administrators have available to them to be able to measure adoption, engagement, and ROI within their company?
Yeah, so just as I showed, so we have high-level dashboards which show you trends on meetings happening every day, every week, every month, and you can group them by countries. You can group them by specific tags that you can create yourself. It also shows you top 10 meetings by size, by number of attendees, by location. So this helps IT admins keep a pulse of what is going on a weekly basis. So that should help them with keeping track of trends. And just like, as I mentioned, for troubleshooting, that's when somebody calls them and says, hey, I was in a meeting and I had trouble listening to the other person, or my video wasn't working. So they can go into Control Hub, use troubleshooting to see network quality statistics. I can bring up my screen again. I'll show you how those statistics look like. Okay, so I have troubleshooting in front of me. Let's say somebody comes and says my meeting wasn't working. In this case, I'm going to look for a specific user. So these are all the meetings they had. Let's say this was the meeting they had trouble in. I'll go in. And as an IT admin, I can see who were the attendees and track audio, video sharing quality during that meeting. So it looks like this meeting went on for about 30 minutes. And there were 4 people. Green means they all had a good experience. And the host was Ivan over here. I can actually dig deeper into individual users and see how latency, packet loss, and jitter statistics were over time on a per minute basis. For audio, video, we can also track CPU usage and memory usage for the devices they are using. For example, this user over here, they are connected through a public IP 64.100.12, and they are using a regular laptop microphone and speaker. They are on a meetings client joined through Chrome. So this is very useful information for an IT admin to help out a user with their network issues or with their hardware issues that might be affecting all their meetings.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you for sharing that. So it looks like this is the best way for IT administrators to be able to support their teams, given that I'm still guessing most of the employees are working from home, or IT is dealing with environment of half of their employees are in the office and some of their employees are still remote. So this is a great way for them to be able to see what's going on if users are experiencing issues. That's perfect. Thank you for showing us the troubleshooting. So let's say there's a meeting going on and there's an executive in a meeting, or they're meeting with an important customer, and one of them or some people are experiencing issues during the meeting. How would IT be able to quickly find out what's going on and see if they can solve it?
Great question. So just recently, we released two major features where IT admins can see live meetings. So as we track them on a dashboard, and along with live meetings, we also enable IT admins to join the meeting from their own Control Hub panel. So what this allows IT admins to do is provide the support that you just mentioned, that execs are sitting at home, they don't know what's going on, and it's a major meeting. IT admin can monitor that meeting through live meeting view and then jump into it. And I can quickly show you how that would work. Okay, so coming to my troubleshooting dashboard, I can go back to main page. And instead of searching for a meeting, this time I'm going to choose a live meeting view. So this is what I get when I search for a meeting. These are all completed meetings, but I can select live meeting here. And for example, right now we have this one meeting going on. It's in progress, and there are 3 participants in there. I know this is a demo meeting, so nobody's talking over here. It's my environment. But basically, what you would see is 3 people are in the meeting. It's not ended yet, so every minute this would get updated, and you would get a status. IT admins can look at audio quality, video quality, or sharing. And if they see any red areas, so for example, let's say I check Stewart as my VIP or my CEO, I can click on this and I see, hey, the bitrate is going down. So maybe that can cause an issue. And if I need to jump in, I can use the green join button, which lets the IT admin join the meeting as a participant. And from there, they can work with the host or the participant and help them out with any issues they are having in the meeting.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you for covering that for us. Is there a way that IT admins could be notified if there's an issue going on?
Yes. So again, to combine with live meetings and admin join, we release a new feature for proactive notifications. What these features do, what proactive notifications do is they allow IT admins to set thresholds on the network quality statistics like latency, packet loss, and jitter. And these thresholds are monitored in real time. And whenever the threshold is hit for a specific user, the IT admin gets an email alert notifying them that there is an issue for your VIP user. Jump into the meeting and help them out. So what that would look like, how you would set an alert, I can show you that. So it would work from your troubleshooting view. And what you need to do is go back to the home page of troubleshooting. And you go to the alerts section. What you can do is create a new alert, give it a name, define VIP users. So these are the users that you want to track and be notified if they have quality issues, and set a threshold. So these are rules. So latency greater than 800 milliseconds, or jitter greater than a specific number, packet loss greater than 8%, 2%, whatever you want to set for audio and video. And whenever these thresholds are met, you will get an email with a link to the diagnostics page for that meeting, which you can go to, take a look at the stat, and maybe it was a blip. You can report by using the admin join feature.
That's perfect. Thank you. And then would they receive a notification via email?
Yes, it'll be via an email with a link to the diagnostics page of the meeting.
Okay, that's perfect. So it looks like we're giving admins a lot of new tools for them to be able to be proactive. And if there's an issue going on, they can quickly figure out what the root cause is and troubleshoot it. That's great. Thank you for showcasing those for us. And then what tools do we have available for admins to be able to build their own dashboards with some of the data and the insights that they have access to within Control Hub?
Great question. So we understand that Control Hub is mainly for IT admins, but a lot of other people, other teams need to look at Webex services data in the company, and not everyone can get access to Control Hub because of privacy reasons, because of security reasons, and just to be able to control the services. So for that scenario, what we are doing is making available data analytics data APIs. So these APIs allow you to pull the same metrics that we show in Control Hub through API and show it on your own dashboards. So there are 3 different sets of APIs that we are making available. First one is meeting quality APIs. So these are similar to your troubleshooting scenario. These are real-time APIs where you pass on a meeting ID for an ongoing meeting, and for that meeting, you will get per minute statistics, just like you see on your screen for live meetings. The second set of APIs is what we call reports APIs. Greater functionality where you can download CSV reports. It's a manual process. You have to go to the UI, select a report, download it, which is okay if you're a small company, but for large companies, it can get really cumbersome and take a lot of time. So using the reports API, you can set the same kind of report jobs through code, and that will allow you to write code that runs on a nightly cadence or a weekly cadence and get the data in an asynchronous fashion. And the third and final API is our historical metrics API. So this is something that is still in the works, but what this will allow you to do is for every service like meetings or messaging or calling or devices, you'll be able to make a call to get the metrics that we show on the dashboard. So for example, we show a number of meetings on our dashboard, have a trend line. You can, through an API, pass the date range and get per day total meetings for each one of those days. Similarly, for devices, you can get usage metrics, and for calling and messaging, also similar statistics for the respective services. What this allows IT admins to do is not have to reverse engineer or figure out how we are calculating our metrics, but directly consume them and display them on your own dashboards without any confusion of numbers having to match or numbers being different between what you are calculating and what is on our dashboard. So those APIs are coming soon, and we hope it'll help IT admins really automate a lot of their processes and share a lot of the rich Control Hub data with other teams in their company.
Hardik, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. Thank you everyone for being on this live with us. We have a lot of great resources that we'll make sure to make available to you and include here. Thank you again, and we hope to see you soon.
Great. Thanks, Marita. Thanks, everyone.